Listen to me carefully. Motivation is a liar. It is a fleeting, unreliable shadow that abandons you at 5 a.m. when the room is freezing and that alarm starts screaming. Society conditions us to wait for a spark. We are taught to sit around until the perfect mood strikes before we start a business, hit the gym, or sit down to study. Waiting on a mood guarantees absolute mediocrity. It leaves your progress entirely dependent on something as unpredictable as the weather. We have to rip that Band-Aid off today. Discipline means divorcing your actions from your emotions. It means looking at the work, realizing you feel terrible and exhausted, and executing anyway. To do that, we are going to remove your feelings from the equation entirely. Today, we will systematically engineer your physical space to build a zero-emotion habit protocol. By the end of this video, you will have a physical environment that guarantees execution tomorrow morning. Before we go any further, you need to gather 4 physical items. Pause this video and find a pen, a physical piece of paper, the gear required for your specific habit, and a standalone digital alarm clock. Gathering these tools is your very first step. We are stripping away the illusion of choice. True discipline does not rely on a deep reservoir of willpower. It relies on concrete physical preparation. Step 1 is setting the baseline standard. The most common point of failure is drafting a massive 2-hour morning routine that requires boundless energy to complete. We are going to lower the bar. Write down a single, highly specific action on your piece of paper. This action must be measurable, and it must take less than 20 minutes to initiate. I will read 10 pages. I will run 1 mile. Keep it brief. Elite performers rely heavily on these strict minimums. Top athletes hate waking up early, and they hate the pain of training. But they accept that their success is tied exclusively to completing that baseline action, regardless of their excitement level. Step 2 is the friction flip. This is the active process of manipulating your environment so that executing your baseline action becomes easier than avoiding it. This standard bedroom layout has a clear path from bed to door. To flip the friction, place your gear exactly where your feet land. With shoes blocking the exit, avoiding the workout requires conscious effort. You must move the gear to escape. Establishing a written baseline and staging your gear physically blocks your escape routes. It eliminates morning decision fatigue, shifting discipline from a psychological battle into a simple environmental design problem. Step 3 is the phone quarantine. Your smartphone is a delivery device for cheap dopamine, making it the primary enemy of morning discipline. Turn off all non-emergency notifications right now. Take the phone and place it inside a drawer completely outside of your bedroom. Do not keep the phone on your nightstand to use as your alarm clock. Leaving a dopamine trigger within arm's reach of your bed guarantees you will start scrolling instead of working. Step 4 is the 4:30 a.m. protocol. To wake up reliably, your trigger must force undeniable vertical physical movement. Returning to our diagram, place the alarm clock at the farthest possible point from the bed. The path illustrates the mechanical logic. To silence the alarm, you must stand up and walk straight into the gear you staged in Step 2. Locking away the phone removes the temptation to stay in bed, while the distant alarm forces you upright. Together, they sever your ability to negotiate with yourself, converting the morning wake-up into an inescapable automated sequence. Your physical system is now fully built. You have a defined baseline action. Your gear is staged on the floor, your phone is locked in another room, and your alarm clock is out of reach. Because this environment is perfectly engineered, you no longer wait for a spark of inspiration. You do not need the perfect mood to strike in order to start. When that alarm sounds tomorrow morning, there is zero thinking involved. Your brain is entirely bypassed by the physical obstacles you put in place, leaving only automatic execution. Now, lock in your commitment. Go down to the comments right now and write exactly what your baseline standard is for tomorrow morning. Control over your destiny doesn't come from finding a deep well of motivation. It comes from meticulously engineering an environment where motivation is completely irrelevant.